वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Hare Krishna, everybody. So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha. So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha. So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha. So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha.
So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha.
So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha.
So anugyatya vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha.
So anugyatvam vyavasitam mahisham duhitu sputam tasyam gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha.
So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam tasmai gunadhyaya dadau tulyam prahashitaha.
So anugyatva vyavasitam mahishya duhitu sputam
tasmai gunadhyaya
dadau tulyam prahashitaha.
स्वनुज्ञात्वा व्यवसितं महिष्यादितुष्कृतं तस्मै गुणागणाध्याय तदौतुल्यं प्रहर्षितम्
Ayush. Saha, he Emperor Manu, Anu, afterward, Gyatva, having known, Vyavasitam, the fixed decision, Maheshaha, of the queen, Rohituhu, of his daughter, Sputam, clearly, Tasmai, to him, Guna, Gana, Adhyaya, who was endowed with the host of virtues, Tadau, gave away, Tulyam, who was equal in good qualities, Praharshitaha, extremely pleased. After having unmistakably known the decisions of the queen, as well as that of the emperor gave most gladly gave his daughter to the sage who had host of virtues equal to hers. After having unmistakably known the decision of the queen, as well as that of Devahuti, the emperor most gladly gave his daughter to the sage whose host of virtues was equal by hers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshai Shunyavani Pashata Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So anugyatva vyavasatam mahisha duhito sputam tasmai gunadhyaya tadau tulyam prahashitaha. After having unmistakably known the decision of the queen as well as that of Devahuti, the emperor most gladly gave his daughter to the sage whose host of virtues are equal by hers. Hare Krishna, everybody. So the responsibility. There is different ways people look at life. Everybody looks life as a sense of opportunity for enjoyment. People look at life for my rights. Mostly people look at life in this way. But the best way to look at life is a life of responsibility. Therefore, there is a statement, Deva Shri Bhutatvaninam Pritirinam Na Kinkaro Nayam Rini Charajan Sarvatmaya Sharanam Sharanyam Kato Mukunda Prahiti Kartu. We have a responsibilities to the Devatas. We are indebted to them, rather. So we have to clear the debt, rini. Just imagine somebody is born. My life is to clear the gratitude, to fulfill the gratitude, to clear my responsibility. I'm indebted to all these people. Can I express my gratitude to these people because of which I'm existing? Many people figure this out. They say that life should be a life full of gratitude. Correct? They say like that. And that person is good. Be grateful. Their profile statement, be grateful. Actually, it's a very nice consciousness. So we should get grateful to the Devatas because on behalf of the Lord, they are the one running the management. You're getting your sunlight, you're getting water, you're getting rain, all these facilities are finally in the hand of the Devatas. You thank them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You gave us this situation. So you have to be grateful. Rishis, you should be grateful to the great saints like Vedavyasa, Mahamuni Vedavyasa, and so many other sages, because whatever knowledge we have is just because of the great sages. Every part of the world, there are some people who have given some philosophy, and our way of life is based on their wisdom. So we have to be grateful to them. Devashi, Bhuta. Where is it grateful to other living entities? There may be an elephant in the forest who is dragging some wood for. Because of that, some paper is made. Because of that, you got the books in your hand, which give you so much knowledge. The cows giving you milk. So many living entities without your knowledge are helping in so many ways. Even in the stomachs, there are some bacteria helping in digestion of food. So we are grateful to other living entities. Deva, Rishi, Bhuta, Apta. We are grateful to our well-wishers, friends. So many ways they help us. We see in Krishna book, in the Bhagavatam first canto, Queen Kunti are expressing to Lord Krishna. She says, "My Lord, I'm so grateful to you. You saved us from so many difficult positions. Vishan Mahagne, she talks about, you saved us from the poison. The Bhima was saved by the Lord's arrangement. Otherwise, he was killed. He was given poison. The Maha-Agne, the great fire which about burnt our house. The Vidura gave us advice. So nothing is independent of the Lord. Now, independence is a very big, what you can say, illusion. Instead of gratitude, we like to be independent. Devashi Bhutata Nidam Pitrinam Na Kinkaro. Pitrinam, we have gratitude to our parents. Okay? Devashi Bhutata Nidam Pitrinam Na Kinkaro Nayam Rini Charajan. My dear king, we are indebted to all this thing. But there is something else. Sarvatmaya Sharanam Sharanyam. But if we take shelter of Krishna, Sarvatmaya Sharanam Sharanam Gato Mukunda Pariti Kartum, your all debt is over. Just one debt you have. Because originally, Krishna is the one who has put all these people into place. It is because of Krishna we have parents. It is because of Krishna we have friends. It is because of Krishna there are other living entities that are existing. So actually, if we are indebted, we should be indebted to Krishna, and then all the debts are over. Just by one debt, all the debts close. I remember when I joined ISKCON, at the time I read the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Third chapter of Bhagavad Gita is the first instructions of Krishna. And there is a lot of instruction, we should do our duty, we should do our duty. And I was really confused after reading. I thought, have I done the right thing? So I went to the senior devotee. He said, I read the chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It says we have to do our duty, we have to clear our debt, so many kind of debt. So did I do the right thing? He said, no, it's fine. How it is fine? The reason is, once you take shelter of Krishna, and always we don't take directly via the Acharya, and you dedicated your life to serve the mission of Acharya, then now your debt is, your responsibilities are now to Krishna. All of the responsibilities are taken now. Devashi bhutat ninam pitaranam na kinkaro nayam ridicha rajan sarvatmaya sharanam sharanyam gato mukunda paritikar. You take shelter of Krishna, automatically all your debt is over. Wow, so wonderful. In fact, there is one very interesting statement in the Bhagavatam of the Parikshit Maharaj. When Parikshit Maharaj is taking shelter, Parikshit Maharaj says very sweetly, say, my dear Lord Krishna, I really wonder why you have come. What happened? I really wonder why you have come. He's asking to Shukadeva Goswami. He says, because cat class nahi? Chutti. He said, I really wonder why you have come. Because I am not even a Kshatriya. He says, you read first canto, you read that. He says, I am Kshatriya Bandhu. Now, Parikshit Maharaj is not Kshatriya Bandhu, is even when he is born, Bhagavatam refers in the Mahabhagavata as a Mahan, very advanced spiritualist. Prabhupada says the kind of symptoms he showed right from childhood, he was worshipping the Lord. So the great Acharyas comment, these are always the symptoms of a Nitya Siddha. Prabhupada writes symptoms as being a symptom of Nitya Siddha, being a highly advanced devotee and personally being guided by the Pandavas after the departure of Krishna. Now, such an advanced devotee, who is that? Parikshit Maharaj. At the end of his life, when he was cursed to die within 7 days, at that scene, Shukamuni appeared. When Shukamuni appeared at that time, Parikshit Maharaj was really actually surprised. I think you all know the scene. He had gone to the forest and Ayush, halka sound. He's gone to the forest, and in the forest, what happened? उनका भी पंखा ज्यादा कर बाहर से आवाज आएगा. So in the forest, what happened? He was very thirsty, and then he wanted water. And he is a great tapasvi, because in the childhood, what has happened? He has taken the heat of Brahmastra. Brahmastra thrown at him, and by the Krishna's mercy is protected. But he's a great tapasvi. We cannot handle little tapasya. The more you get come to Sataguna, more you become tapasya. Correct? Rajaguna, tapasya reduces. Tamaguna, no tapasya. Rajaguna, he wants to do tapasya, but then he, little difficulty, leaves the tapasya. He wants to do. Tamaguna, tapasya. So Sataguna, so he is a great tapasvi. He is a very advanced devotee. And then what happens is that we know after the curse is done and he's at the banks of the Ganges, Yamuna, he did not took a drop of water for 7 days. He's a great tapasvi. And look at the scene now. He's in the forest and he's feeling agitated because he's feeling thirsty. Why? Krishna's Maya, Yoga Maya, not Mahamaya. Krishna's Yoga Maya started playing with him. And in that, just like Arjuna was bewildered, now he's bewildered. Because Arjuna bewildered, Gita came out, he's bewildered, Bhagavatam has come out. So now what happens? He enters the hermitage of a sage in a very disturbed situation. Give me water. Unusual. Parikshit Maharaj, who so respectfully received Shukamuni, and after the curse, he's sitting at the bank of Yamuna, and there are so many sages are there, and he's so humble, we see, so humble. Please guide me. What is my duty? A person of such great character suddenly becoming rash. So he started shouting, give me water. Can't you see I'm the king? I want water. He was in the kingly mode, demanding, give me water. Just like sometimes king is having that mood. And the sage was in meditation. Sage did not even hear. Actually, both are very advanced spiritualists, but Krishna is creating something now, situation. So now what happens is that the sage did not hear. Didn't I tell you, give me water? He's shouting. So he thought the sage is neglecting him. So he said, oh, this is how you receive me? In his anger and in disturbed situation, he didn't grasp the situation. He rather kept shouting and then being very angry, looked around. Oh, this is where you receive me. Very great. I'll show you my reception. He, with this sword, he picked up, or a bow, he picked up a dead snake and put it on the, I think with the bow, the paintings are with the bow, and put on his neck a dead snake. Nice. I also welcome you nicely. Hare Krishna. And he walked away. And why on the chariot now? That spatial disturbance is removed by the Lord. And he's going towards his capital. At that moment, he starts introspecting. And now being a noble person, he felt he'd done a great sin. That sage might be in meditation. What did I do? What did I do? Oh my God. And he was meditating, my Lord, please punish me so severely that I do not do this thing again. क्या? ऐसा दंड देना मेरे को कि I don't do such a mistake again. Generally, what is our approach? If you are late for the class, what do we do? What do we do? School, suppose we are late. What do you say to the teacher? Madam, I'm sorry. Anna? We say like that, I'm sorry. My auto broke down, something happened. Okay, no problem. But imagine you enter the class. Don't do that because the word is crazy. They will think you're a fool. Please punish me so severely that I don't come late again. Wow. Then you are a gentleman. But don't try, because among fools you don't try. Try in a gentleman society you can try that. Please punish, people will exploit if you speak like that. So among fools you should be also clever. So please punish me so severely that I do not do such mistake again. He was constantly meditating on this. And there the sage is sitting in the hermitage, Shamika Rishi, that his name is given in the Bhagavatam, first canto. And then his son comes to know this happened. Somebody saw this happening and he reported his son. Son was nearby in a lake bathing with his small children. And son of a great sage, tapasvi, he also has some punya. See, you can bless somebody or curse somebody when there is some punya. Something money you should have. Just like, suppose you do some tapasya, you get punya. Right? You get up in the morning, you get punya. You sit and attentively chant Hare Krishna, punya. Right? Somebody says, watch movie. No, punya. Right? The moment you are doing a responsible activity, punya, you get some punya. Real currency is punya. Money is just a shadow of that. So now he has Punya, even son has punya because being trained and under the guidance of the father, he has punya. And he can bless somebody, he can even curse somebody. Just imagine, 12-year-old boy, when he heard that his father has been insulted like this by the king, became angry. And the Shastra hints this is the way Vedic culture collapsed. First thing is the Brahmanas, who were so powerful by their tapasya, by their knowledge, first they degraded. And one way they degraded, everything collapsed. Now you look in one way, the proud son of a Brahmana killed a king. And that's why the Kali Yuga progressed. So therefore we see by the time Buddha came 2500 years later, Kali Yuga has fully manifested, everything got destroyed. Practically he had to stop even the reading of the Vedic literature at that time. Because people are misusing the Vedic literature, speaking all nonsense in the name of the Vedas. So then, when this has happened, it's a very big situation. So this boy caused the degradation of the Vedic culture in one way, proper rites in the purport. Anyway, according to time, things should have happened anyway. So then, he said, whoever the king who did that, what did he think of himself? A king is like, look at the pride. A king is like a dog. In the Vedic time, dogs don't enter the house. We should also be careful in our campus. Don't please encourage the dogs and cats. We get into great problems later. Because both of them have an habit of leaving one bunch of children somewhere in the temple. And great difficulty then comes to us, correct? We can do dharma sankat, small children. And we can't keep, we can't throw, so because the normal society is of cats and dogs, that's all. They only know to take care of cats and dogs. So dogs are not, even though the dogs are maintained, they're not allowed to enter the premises. Because inside the premises, worship of the Lord is happening. And certain animals are dirty by their nature. So they're not allowed entry. If it is allowed, cow is allowed entry in the Vedic time. Cow is purified. Cow is always welcome in a temple. But except cow, I don't know other animals. Yeah? But definitely not a dog. Because he'll pass urine every angle. This angle, this angle. My God. And it tells some people, I don't know how they can worship in the house with the dog inside. So dog was kept outside. He says, anyway, that'll be another one full class. So he says, the dog should stay outside the house, and Kshatriya is like a dog. Look at the pride. Look at the pride. You may have a privilege. You may be honored and respected, but you should not speak like this. Compare Kshatriya to dogs of the Brahmanas. So he says, this dog dare to enter the house and bark at the master like that. Now, it's very unusual, no? If the dog does it, enters the house, that is not encouraged in the Vedic culture, and then bark at the master. That's what he did. And therefore, the dog has to be punished. And I'll punish this dog by giving him a death penalty for doing that. And now, with great pride, imagine his pride, he says, within 7 days, a very dangerous snake, a flying snake. What is the Tataksha? What is the name? Tataksha. Takshaka. A great snake, Takshaka, will bite him to death. And the snake is so dangerous when he bites, that practically the person's body will burn with the poison. We don't have that snake. Some flying snakes are there. We read in so many videos, but whatever. Not ordinary snake. That snake is not seen nowadays. So now this is what is the curse given. And he comes back to the home, hermitage, the father Shamika Rishi is sitting, still in meditation. And it's around his neck, he sees actually a dead snake is there. Now he becomes worked up, start crying, and greatly cries in great, he cries in great anger. And the father, because hearing the loud crying, comes to external consciousness. The son crying, my dear son, why you are crying? Papa, snake. He doesn't take it seriously because real Brahmana should not get hurt when he's insulted. He's a real Brahmana. Kshatriya cannot take up insult, but Brahmana is, that's why he's a Brahmana, respected. He has no desire for respect. But Papa, you know what happened? I cursed him to what? Death, huh? Such a great king. When he educates his child, how king is so important. Because king is so great. King is so great that because of the king, we have, Vedic culture. The king has such a great role to play in society. He represents the Lord because he's maintaining society. And you have done, my dear child, such a great sin in killing the king. So he speaks like that. But quite composed. He knows without sanction of God, nothing can happen. Correct? It happened now. Okay? He sends a messenger. Go inform the king. Within 1 week, your death is there. So Prabhupada says that sage was also highly advanced. Correct? Normally will be, so much panic, fear, nothing. It's quite peaceful. Death is not a big deal. Go inform him. Death is there. And then the messenger comes and informs Parikshit Maharaj that you have been cursed to die within 7 days. Parikshit Maharaj says, correct. Thank you, my Lord. I deserve such a punishment. He didn't have remorse. He could have used his powers, Prabhupada says in the purport there, to counter the curse. He could have used his powers to punish the child and including his father probably. And he could have sent his army, destroy them also. He didn't do that because he knows that is not his etiquette for a Kshatriya to attack the Brahmanas. So he was quite composed. He understood now it's will of the Lord. I stay within the realm of my boundary. I stay within the realm of my boundary of etiquettes. The certain things I cannot do. It's not. Now what comes, he takes shelter of the Lord. We have similar incidents in the case of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa. Look at the situation again. Durvasa Muni is angry for no purpose and is agitated. And he's saying, my dear Ambarish, some other day meditate on that. You have insulted me by breaking the fast without my presence. You should have waited for me. You think you're a great man. I'll give you death penalty. And what did Ambarish Maharaj did? He understood he cannot attack the sage. It's not his etiquette. He stood within the boundary of his etiquettes and prayed to the Lord for protection. Exactly the same way Parikshit Maharaj took shelter of the Lord completely. He left his kingdom, handed over to his son Janmajaya, went to the banks of the Ganges, Yamuna that time. And near Delhi proper says Delhi, Yamuna was also called Ganges, therefore it's called Ganges in the scripture. But Delhi, it is Yamuna, not Ganga. And he sat down the banks of the Ganges, and it's a big news. Millions, thousands of sages have come. All are surrounding him. And he says, please guide me. What is my duty? I'm about to die. Should I think about Krishna? Should I chant Krishna then? What should I do? And all the great sages are discussing what she actually should do. Only 7 days time. So at that time, who appears? Shukamuni. As Shukamuni, the son of Vedavyasa, he's such an advanced spiritualist. Moment the sages see him, whole assembly gets up. Bhagavatam mentions only 2 people need not get up there. One is his father, Vedavyasa, another person is Narada. Except that everybody gets up, great respect. Just looking at him. Such an advanced spiritualist. Shuka. He's only 16-year-old boy, that's all. Imagine, again, the age is not a consideration. Just by looking at him, they know the very great sage. And Shuka is not ordinary, the eternal servant of the Lord. He is the parrot of Radharani. He is the eternal situation. By will of Radharani, he stayed in this world to speak Bhagavatam. And as he came into the assembly, he got up, and Parikshit Maharaj made him sit in the seat and made him the chief guest of the assembly. So Shukamuni accepted the seat, asana. And Parikshit Maharaj then speaks very humble words. He says, I do not know, my Lord, why, my Lord, you are so kind to me. His address is praying to the Lord. If I look at myself, I am not even a Kshatriya. What is it? I am not even a Kshatriya. I am Kshatriya Bandho. I am a relative of a Kshatriya. Maybe my grandparents are great Kshatriya. I am not a Kshatriya. It looks like because my grandparents were great devotees, Krishna is kind to me today. Krishna is, why is he kind to me today? Because my grandparents are great devotees. So Prabhupada writes a beautiful purport there. He says, when somebody takes shelter of Krishna, Krishna takes shelter of his responsibilities. Oh wow. Gatam mukando parhitya kartam. Devashi bhutat nidam pitiridam na kinkaro nayam ridicha rajan sarvatmaya sharam gato mukando parhitya kartam. Provided you to properly take shelter, Krishna will take care of your responsibilities. Suppose you're doing job in one company and you want other company invites you to do job here. And you say, I have pension benefit, I have this benefit, that benefit. What do the companies say? We will match all the benefits. Obviously, it happens in the market. Right? Directly they say. You have one company nowadays, you are in some profile, LinkedIn, another company looks at you, they want you, they call you up. You would like to do job with us straight away, aggressive. They don't even wait for you to reply. They call you up. Would you like to take a job? They say, no, but I have this benefit. We'll match everything. They match the salary and all the benefits. So similarly, Krishna also matches. You can take my shelter and serve me. Now, what about this benefit, that benefit? I'll match it. I'll take care. No, I'll take care of this. I'll take care. Don't worry. In Bhagavad Gita also, we have that instruction in the 8th chapter. Vedes Yagnesha Tapasu Chaiva. I said, whatever benefit you're going to get from anything. Now we are hearing Bhagavatam. At the same time, I can go and give some dana to somebody. I can do so many things. I can do some homa, yagna, so many kind of punyas I can do. All the benefits will be given. Don't have to worry. Because Krishna wants us to do that. Sometimes they're chanting Hare Krishna, we think I have to do that. Do not worry. Everything Krishna will do. Just chant. Just sit and attentively hear. 2 hours in a day, we should give it to a chanting. But at that time, we think that, oh, what do I do? I have to do this. Don't worry. Krishna will take care of everything. You just do your job. You just do your job. Krishna will take care. So the very famous statement that Gato Mukunda Paritya Kartam. So he says, Krishna, because I am the grandson of the Pandavas, and Pandavas are so dear to Krishna, because Krishna is obliged to the Pandavas, he is taking care of me today by sending such a great sage as Shukamuni. The same way, we should also meditate. Gato Mukunda Paritikan. If I take complete shelter of Krishna, all my duties and responsibilities, Krishna will take care of that. But not that in Kali Yuga. That may not be possible for everybody. The situation may not allow to leave everything and just dedicate ourselves to the shelter of Krishna. Then we are there with our responsibilities also, but that culture should be there. The mood should be there. That my life is a life of gratitude. And in this situation, I should always think how to clear my debt. The people want to benefit the parents. Among all the debts, the biggest debt people talk about is the parents only today. People do not talk about Devaran. People don't talk about Rishiran. People don't talk about other living entities, Aptaran. They have no gratitude also. Like Queen Kunti, she is also not expressing gratitude to all the people. She's saying, my Lord, because of you I have been saved. We have been saved. by the great poison. You see that how much she is thanking Krishna. So we should always be constantly thanking the Lord. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you so much. And instead of this, we have so much plans of sense enjoyment. They have created something very popular in youth nowadays. They call it law of attraction. Huh? Very popular. Keep meditating. That thing may be dangerous for you. Mostly they are dreaming of a sense object. It's like poison. Give me that poison, and then you drink the poison, then your life is destroyed. Right? They say, just like a child, keep pestering the father. Papa, I want to smoke one cigarette. I want to smoke one cigarette. He goes on 1,000 times. What the father, okay, smoke. What is the nonsense law of attraction people have created? All idiots. Yeah? First, you should know whether the thing is good for you or not. Simply keep dreaming and desiring some sense object and the sense gratification after that. Both popular again, law of attraction among you. You keep dreaming some situation or some sense object, you will get it. And the society makes some kind of a nonsense, aspirations and desire. If I become a king of the country, I'll be very happy. May not be. Why you want? You focus yourself in service to the Lord. Try to clear the debt that you have. Devashi Bhutata Nidam Pitridam. That should be your attitude. So Krishna may not sanction because it's not good for you. But we should not try to force Krishna to give me something. It may not be good at all for me. The Supreme Father, Krishna, will fulfill your desires at the end of the day. But how do you know it is good for you? It may not be good for you. So therefore, one thing we should always remain, now sum up the whole thing we discussed today, within the limits of our etiquette. And you see, because Parikshit Maharaj remained in the realm of the etiquette, Krishna personally helped him by sending Shukamuni. He was happy and peaceful. And you have the contrast example of the Dhritarashtra giving up the realm of his etiquettes and indulging in sinful activities to grab power, which he did not get. Everything was destroyed. There's so many instances we can take of people who gave up their realm of etiquette. They make short circuit to get something what they wanted, and everything was destroyed. And here is Parikshit Maharaj remaining with his realm of duties and responsibilities and boundaries of his behavior. And Krishna personally helped him. Okay, so therefore we should be like that. So that is one lesson for us. The second lesson we can take is that actually, now from tomorrow there is some big discussion. Independence is the biggest illusion. Prabhupada says rather in Bhagavad Gita, Jiva has no independence. Wow. Actually, we have no independence. We are totally dependent. We are totally. He says he has no independent existence. There is no independent existence. We are existing because Krishna is existing. The sunshine can exist only when the sun exists. So energy only exists when the energetic exists. You have no independent existence. Right? We can say, I'm Krishna's servant. That's all your existence is. I have no independent existence. I'm existing because Krishna exists. I exist because of mercy of Krishna. I'm maintained by Krishna. I'm totally, that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Pahi Mam Raksha Mam, Pahi Mam Raksha Mam. My Lord, please maintain me. My Lord, please protect me. Because actually we are continuously being maintained and protected by the Lord. So that is no independent existence. Okay, that's one of the very important things. And life should be a life of responsibility, of duties and responsibilities. And that's a proper life. That's very peaceful life and very humble and gentle life. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat
Prabhuji,
Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna
Dandavat
Prabhuji.
Pranam.
Dandavat pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji,
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you.